So within a missional strategy, we talked about the importance of having missional focus. Again, another thing with so many groups that I've worked with through the years is, it sounds basic, but a lack of missional planning or lack of missional plans.
Right.
Again, to accomplish things and for things to be healthy and fruitful requires some planning. It's true in all areas of life. Okay, so in this case also, our groups have to have a plan.
Yes.
They've got to have some specifics they're committed to, they've agreed upon in their schedule, on the calendar, specific times, specific places, who they're inviting, who's taking responsibility. So these specific missional plans. I encourage groups not to make it too big and too complicated,
Right.
to keep it simple. I believe if we plan just 30 days at a time, it's enough. Life's complicated enough. We're busy enough. 30 days at a time, it's 1 month.
Yeah.
Just plan a month for your group.
Right.
How you're going to be good family together, how you're going to grow in the Bible together, how you're going to pray together, how you're going to be on mission together. Those simple, clear priorities. Again, we already talked about them. Rooted in our identity, rooted in this missional vision that Jesus has for us. And so, besides these 30-day plans, another little, tool or practice that we've created for our people that have been really helpful is this thing we call 5 for 5.
Okay.
Just simply saying, who are 5 people around us, around our family. Could be a neighbor, coworker, relative, person we work out with at the gym, but identifying 5 people that we're going to really bring focused planning to, in terms of praying for them, checking in regularly, communicating them by text, phone, whatever. We're going to look to bless or serve in a practical, tangible way, generous way every month or in a consistent basis. We're going to invite regularly, and we're going to look for opportunities to get to know their story, share our stories as we've been talking about. But again, a level of bringing a level of planning to it. Again, good intentions do not equal good fruit.
Yes.
I believe good planning, with the help of the Spirit, leads to good fruit.
And you want to be able to celebrate the right things. And so if you don't have a plan, you're not going to know what's worth celebrating. You're not going to know when you've accomplished anything in that way.
Right. So it helps in how we understand fruitfulness and progress and growth in a relationship, rather than just kind of this random, reactionary, sporadic relating out there.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, many churches have good intentions. We want to see this many baptisms. We want to see this many small groups. But if we can't get back to how do we actually care for the heart of people and have missional intentionality of if every person in our church is living on mission, we will see baptisms, we will see growth, we will see multiplication, we will see disciples made if it starts with the heart. And so planning that out, what does it look like for us as a missional community? Again, holding that intention. What am I called to as a disciple? And what am I called to as a part of this missional community I have in some way committed to? Because you've got to commit to the plan. It's like you're trying to work out, trying to get in shape. And I think of those Olympians and love a quote from Usain Bolt, one of the greatest Olympians of all time. And he says he spent 20 years training for 9 seconds. The amount of planning that went into that and those gold medals, and we see that wonderful moment of him running across the finish line, it happened 20 plus years earlier. And so for us, as we're trying to make disciples and send people on mission and go on mission and see these churches grow that God's called us to, if we're not willing to step back and take time to plan how to do that, we're going to miss out on God's best for us. I work with a
lot of groups and a lot of churches. Those that are growing in this kind of planning, I see a big difference between health, growth, maturity, fruitfulness. compared to groups and churches that don't. And again, you can have good intentions, but without a good plan, it's just highly unlikely you're going to experience good fruit.
Right. And everybody, it's human nature, we're averse to change. And so we don't want to change things. Whatever context we're coming in, whether it's from the States and Europe and another continent, we're thinking, this is the way it works here. But that's really not true. We need to listen to the Spirit. So holding our plans loosely, surrendering them to the Lord. And what if God wants to do something new? What if he wants us to listen to the younger generation? What if he wants us to repurpose our lives? I think we're often, as individuals as well, and as churches, we become exhausted trying to create our purpose. And we think, what is our next thing? Rather than discovering who God has made us to be. And coming back to our stories and knowing, okay, he's made me in such a way. This is a part of my story. This is how he wants me to live this out. That's going to make planning and strategizing for the gospel not something that we're striving for, but something that is ultimately Spirit-led. And it's worship. It's we're thanking God for what he's already done before we even plan and put it on paper of where we're headed.
I should have described it this way earlier, but the best way to think about this is prayerful planning. It's not human-centric, just figure it out and just put some ideas on paper. It's prayerful planning. We are asking God to lead you into the details. And so, again, it's a supernatural thing.
Yes.
It's a supernatural process, the prayerful planning, because then we can be confident in those plans that they were given to us by God to go then and be faithful in living out.
In the context of community as well. We want to do that hearing from the Lord and hearing God is speaking to others as well. And that really will allow us to be a community on mission.